What's good, guys? It's your boy 13 from 13.com. I'm on a mission to educate musicians all across the globe on creating professional audio that they've always dreamed of. I do this through online coaching and tutorials, and I'm a professional producer, rapper, and singer. Guys, today I'm going to show you 8 ways to be more productive as a music producer. Sometimes as a music producer or as a rapper or an artist, we can get so clogged down, tied down, we can get confused, you know. We're not sure if to go left or right. You know, there's so much distractions, and sometimes we just have to clear the space, clear our minds, and just be more productive. Okay, so that's what we're going to get into. After this podcast, you'll be way more productive. You'll be highly specific about what you want to achieve, and you'll be able to go out and do it. So guys, music production is much about combining art with sound engineering. Okay, so it's art and science mixed together, but there's also a psychological factor here, which we're going to dive deeper into. It's so easy to get into creative ruts or creative where you can't move creatively, and sticking to these eight ways, you know, you're going to be able to jump out of them really quicker. So the first one is avoid getting stuck on one project. You know, having many unfinished projects can be viewed as unproductive because you can't really get an unfinished track out there for people to listen to. Okay, so what good is it having 20 unfinished tracks just lingering on your computer? You know, what if I told you that you can make 4 unfinished beats in one day? Yeah, you can, although you won't do it if you linger on one project the whole day trying to get it right. Okay, the end goal is actually to finish your project so that you can send them demos to record labels, release them online, get them out to the masses, and create the buzz that you want to create. Okay, time is your most valuable resource. Time is your most valuable resource. Okay, number 2, set weekly or monthly goals. This is Bible. I do this religiously. Every Sunday, I write my weekly goal of what I want to achieve or what I plan on doing. Okay, so whether it's finishing songs or learning new techniques, you should always avoid them long gaps that might make it harder to get in the zone again. Because once you get in the zone, you want to stay in the zone. You don't want to get in the zone, jump out, and then have to work to get in that zone again. The zone is where magic happens, where you mix your vocals to how you want to mix them, how you create the melodies that you want to make, the beats that you want to create. Okay, that's where the magic happens. You need to promise yourself that you're going to finish 1 track a month if that's your goal. Okay, my goal is to finish 10 tracks a week. Okay, beats and songs. Okay, that's my goal. But if your goal is 2 or 3 or 1 track, go ahead and make that a promise to finish 1 track a month. Commit to watching a new tutorial twice a week. Commit to making 5 new beats a week, or whatever it is. Just commit. And if you don't follow through, feel bad with yourself. Yeah, it's true. Feel bad with yourself because you have to be accountable. You have to stay consistent all the time. And if you don't stay consistent, then feel bad for yourself. You know, feel bad. You let yourself down. Number 3. Time your actions. This is another key one, okay? It's easy to fall into the trap of, you know, playing with effects on your computer for hours, or messing about with snares or kicks, or putting on a beat and freestyling for a couple hours, you know, without really ever achieving anything. You know, try to balance the time that you spend on each session. Balance the time. Trust your mood and balance the time. Some days are going to be better for mixing. Some days are going to be better for making beats. Some days are going to be better for writing. Some days are going to be better for networking. Trust your mood, okay? Trust your mood. That's key. Number 4, give yourself a really short deadline, okay? So try making a basic beat from scratch in 2 minutes or less, okay? That leaves no time for judgment or second thoughts, because those second thoughts cloud your judgment. Art is expression, and you have to be able to express yourself in the most truest form, okay, without overthinking it. You have to just be able to get your idea out as quick as possible, because whatever's left, whatever the song sounds like, is what your truest was true to your form. If you've got a snare and you play it over and over again and you change it, you've changed it, you've overthought it. Music isn't to be overthought. Just like when you talk to your friends, you don't overthink about what you're saying, do you? You kind of just say it. You go with the flow. you release and you just go with it, and that's how you need to get your music sounding. You've just gone with the flow. You don't think about every line you say to your friends in conversation. You don't think about every word or every sentence of how it's gonna sound, because then you won't actually end up saying nothing. Okay, and your friend will think, "What's the matter with this guy, man? He's not really like." He will be able to pick up on it, and trust me, the audience is picking up on the fact that you're second guessing, because it's all intuitive. It's all done at a higher frequency on a subconscious level. So give yourself short amount of time that leaves no time for judgment when writing your lyrics or your music or whatever it is. Give yourself another minute to create a bass line, and this way, or whatever it is, and this way you'll quickly create the foundations of a track and you'll become quicker at making music. Number 5, train your ears for music production. Okay, creative stumps or creative ruts, or going through what did we used to call it back in the day? We used to call it what was the word? Mind block. It wasn't mind block. It was a word that we used to use. But sometimes they do occur because you're doing something wrong and you can't exactly, pinpoint what it is when you're stuck on a music, on a song. But listen to lots of professionally produced music and pay attention to the sounds that's in the mix. Pay close attention to the volume, the depth, the panning, the velocity. A good way to increase awareness with these details is to compare your project to a properly mixed and mastered song and look out for the difference. Okay, I think it's sentia potential est. It's more of a Latin word. Sentia potential est is a popular Latin word meaning knowledge is power. And you better believe it, because to put it frankly, the more you know about music production, the better you can produce. However, sometimes too much knowledge is a bad thing because you overthink things. Okay, ignorance is bliss sometimes. Okay, so it's about getting the balance between expressing yourself without thinking too much, but also understanding how music production actually works through knowledge. Okay. Number 6 is learn music theory and audio engineering. Okay, and that's how I got into YouTube, and that's how I've been able to create a following, and I've created like 5,000 students in my online courses. Okay, teaching music theory, vocal production, and audio engineering. Do you know what a diminished chord is and how it sounds? How about a minor seventh? How about a major chord? Okay, can you play any chord progressions on your MIDI keyboard? Are you familiar with the structure of the genre that you're producing? It's easy to load up a couple loops and see what happens, but that's limiting and boring. If you want to express yourself as an artist, as a person, and as a human, you need to put some time into learning these technical and theory, the theory aspects of music production and sound in general. That way, when you get an idea, if you're happy and you got an idea to make a happy song, you'll know how to create that happy sound that you want without relying on loops. Okay. Number 7 is take breaks. Think of music as your romantic partner, a girl that you're seeing. Okay. A week passes by and you ain't seen each other. How do you feel when you see her again? The next time you see her, how do you feel? Sometimes time apart isn't necessarily a bad thing. Sometimes it's a good thing. Take a walk, read a book, do anything that fills you up with good energy. Go to the gym, work out, go cinema, go swimming. Whatever you like to do outside, do that as well, because that's going to fuel your creative tank, that you'll be able to go and later on pump back into your music. And number 8 is have fun with it. So key, it's so important. Back in the day when I was younger, probably around 15, 16, I started music when I was 13 years old. But around 15, 16, 17, I called them the years that wasn't fun. I just placed so much pressure on myself because I wanted to quote unquote blow. I wanted to blow up in the music industry, and everything became, if I make this kind of song, this will work. If I use this sounds really in at the moment. And it sucked and drained the whole fun out of music. Music needs to be fun. It's good not to take your music too seriously from time to time and play around with it. Just play around with it, experiment, create something new, something fresh that you've never heard before. And that's the beauty of art. There's no boundaries. You just create. You create whatever you want to create. Okay? So guys, let me know what your thoughts are. Do you have any tips on being more productive? What do you do to increase your productivity every week or every month? What's working for you? Go ahead and share it in the link below with the community. I'm pretty sure we'll all be grateful and appreciative of it. Guys, if you do wanna create a passive income selling beats online like I have, or you want to know how to boost your beat sales, go ahead and get this ebook that's on my website. And you literally will be on your way to accomplishing your goal with it. You know, there's millions. The key thing is, there's millions of artists out there looking for beats, and you can be the one providing them and generating a nice, 5-6 figure passive income a week without doing much. Okay, so go ahead and get my ebook, and it will cover everything you need to know on how to get started in creating your passive income through selling beats online. Once again, I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Hit subscribe, hit the like button, and comment, and share this with your social media channels if you got value from it. I'll see you in the next podcast. Peace.